Hi, my name's Kai. I'm a professional photographer, but I also love to game. So I thought I'd start a mini series where I take photos inside some of my favorite games. So today I'm looking at Fortnite and using the replay system to capture some quite cool stills. So yeah, I played a few games and I want to go back through them now and take some stills from those games. So we're going to start off with this one. This is like one of the first rounds I played. Now you can see the interface here. With all the different buttons, the different options. Now, as I said, it does take you a while to get used to it. It's not simple. You can't just do it straight off the bat. It's got all the different buttons from play, rewind, go towards the end, different camera angles, different speeds you can play the game at, the information at the time, the display information, the HUD, how you were doing in the game, the map. So a lot of things going on, and as I said, it does take time to get used to, but once you have done that, then it is pretty simple. So yeah, here I am. I've lost my guy somewhere. Where's he gone? Yeah, this is the thing, it does take a bit of time. Let's rewind a bit and let's find him again. I think it'd be cool to get a shot looking up, right up towards the stars, maybe getting the crack from that. What was it, season 8 or whenever it was, when that thing broke through the thing. I'm back on the battle bus. Let's go. Come on. We're gonna drop in now, and I really love to get a shot, as I said, looking up towards the stars with the with my guy, my avatar, coming down. Got those cool green traces behind him. Should get some sci-fi sort of shot. Right, let's slow this right down to make it easier. Okay. Cool. Right. Yeah. So. Okay, cool. So I've changed an angle there. Right in there. So here you got to see all the different camera settings. Exposure, focal length. It's really detailed, actually. A lot more detailed than I expected. I really appreciate that you can change the focal length. You can change the exposure settings. It's really quite cool, and I think a lot of games would benefit from that now in the age we live in social media, where you can take stills and take mini clips from your games and really customize that playback mode. It really just like takes that gameplay content up another level by adding all these extra settings. So I'm not sure what it's like for the developer to do that, but it's so beneficial for content creators who are working on games. So yeah, that's really cool. The aperture is really important, just to get a nice depth of field, the focal length, and the exposure. So yeah, I appreciate that. Nice one, Fortnite. That's wicked. That's a wicked idea. So yeah, that's pretty much my first still, I think. I really like that. Just him coming down, shooting from the sky. Got Buzz Lightyear vibes about it. The red streaks coming down and him firing in with his backpack on, looking pretty menacing. I like that. That's my first still. Done. Okay, cool. So my character here from season 10, what I did here actually was I blew up one of those like shield grenade things. I'm sorry, there's Fortnite viewers watching this now, and they're like, what the fuck is he talking about? You should know what it's called. But like that force field thing around you that helps you jump around a bit. I just blew one of them up basically right by her feet, and then in a really cool darkened place with some spooky trees behind it. And yeah, as you can see, it's quite cool. It's like set a really nice cool shadow across her face. You could get some really nice portraits there, and yeah, it's a bit of lava in the foreground, which adds a little bit of depth to it all. I think I'm using the longest lens possible here, 200mm, to really get it from afar, so you get a real good separation between the subject and the background. And yeah, her looking off into the distance with a gun down. That looks really cool. The nice light coming up from underneath. Okay, cool. So we're going to continue with this lava theme now, and I played this game when I was like going around all the lava section. So if you use a really long lens and a really low aperture, then you can really get that really nice depth of field, which gets that really crisp foreground and a really blurry background. So that's what I was trying to do here. It didn't work so well as I thought, but it's still quite a cool shot. I'm trying to just find that. That's okay. No, that's not quite as good. You see what I mean though? I'm using the drone to go further away and using the focal distance, the big zoom, to go right in on the avatar. I think the biggest lesson I've learned from this process of finding these nice photos within the replay system is to, first off, make sure you slow the footage down. So really get it down as slow as you can, so you've got time to move the camera in position, find that angle, find the frame you want to take the photo of, and as soon as you've found that frame, then pause it, jump into the settings and change anything you want. So whether it's the aperture, the exposure, the focal length, anything. Here's some other ones I took as well. So to sum up, I think it's a pretty good replay system that Fortnite have got. I'm really happy with the photos that I took. I think they're pretty crisp. I'm sure I could play around with the settings more to get a much higher quality and work on it even more, but for a first attempt, I'm really chuffed with those. And if you've never used the system before, maybe you're a photographer or you're interested in photography, it's such a brilliant way to get some wicked photos of your own gameplay. You and your mates could have had a wicked couple of rounds on Battle Royale, and you'll know there are wicked and epic photos that you want to take. So I really recommend you jump into the replay mode and just have a play with it. When your mates are gone off or whatever, just sit down, go through it, slow it right down, and use the drone footage, the free drone, to really get around and see the different angles. Use the light to shine onto your avatars to get different kind of shadows on their faces, on their bodies, and then yeah, just mess around with the settings, the exposure, the focal length, and the aperture, and then once you've done that, export those photos out, and you could even chuck them into Photoshop or some photo editing software to make them even better again. So I highly recommend you jumping into Fortnite's replay mode. It's really exciting, really creative as well, and if you really like making content out of your gaming experiences, then Fortnite's replay mode is the absolute one for that. If you like the photos that I've taken, I've started a little Instagram feed with all these little stills that I'm taking whilst I'm playing my games. So head over to Fortnite Frames on Instagram, at Fortnite Frames, the link is here, and check it out. I'd really love for you to have a look at the photos, and maybe I'll make another video about it soon. And if you like photography content, please subscribe to this channel, like this video. I make content ranging from film photography right through to virtual photography in games like Fortnite. So subscribe to this channel, like this video, and hopefully I can speak to you in the comments as well. So that's it for now. Diolch am wylio. I'll see you in the next one.